President Trump's potential tariff policies. Trump confirming those additional tariffs on China will go into effect on Tuesday, alongside 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada. The uncertainty already weighing on many Americans, causing consumer confidence to fall to the lowest level since August 2021, and pessimism about the future to reach a 10-month high. So how can businesses and consumers prepare for tariffs? Joining me now, we've got Andrew Siciliano, the leader of U.S. and global trade and customs practices at KPMG. Andrew, thanks for coming on set with us. We appreciate it.
Maddie, it's great to be here.
So talk to me about the single biggest takeaway for you, just in terms of how much leadership is concerned about tariffs right now. This is something we've been debating a lot this morning, whether or not the market cares about tariffs, whether or not CEOs care. How much do you think it's weighing on sentiment? It's
a significant concern. I mean, it feels like tariff uncertainty is the new normal right now. The president's only been in office for less than 40 days. We've had countless announcements on different tariffs from different countries, different products. So it remains to be seen. I was on a panel this week with a bunch of CFOs, and the comment that was made, I can't prepare for the long term when I don't know what the short term is going to yield. So we're at a point where it's the calm before the storm, and the storm may be coming next week, but we're still in the wait-and-see mode. The 10% China tariffs are the only real tariffs that have been implemented as of today. There's more to come. Not only in March, but in April, there's a slew and onslaught of potential more tariffs. So, like I said, the uncertainty is the new normal, and companies are still trying to brace with what to do. Tariffs policy is changing overnight, but supply chains don't.
Right.
So they can't really make any moves right now. It's a lot of wait and see. But some of the better companies are doing a lot of proactive planning.
Yeah. Let's go there. What are you seeing businesses do to prepare for those upcoming tariffs effectively?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it's really a big mix. The best companies that are handling this are the ones that have embedded trade strategy into their business model. They have chief trade officers, they have systems, they have data at their fingertips. So let's talk about data. I can't underestimate the importance of technology. Some companies don't even know what they pay in tariffs globally and can't determine the impact immediately. So what prudent companies who were ahead of the game on this, they have that data at their fingertips. We've been helping a lot of companies with a platform called Digital Gateway. We get all their trade data. As these changes are announcing, real-time impact analysis, looking at their data. So that's really, really important. You can't determine the impact if you don't have the data. Also, companies that have a diverse supply chain, being able to make those changes and monitor where you could go next if there is a huge tariff on a certain product. And then lastly, tariff optimization programs. There are a host of programs that companies could consider, if done properly, could really mitigate the tariff. So I could go on for a long time about that, but just to name a few, there's something called first sale for export, where you could pay tariffs on an earlier sale if there's multiple sales in the chain of transactions. Very popular program. It's only available in the United States, which is really pertinent right now for a lot of companies. So companies that never really paid tariffs before, in 2018 started implementing the first sale for export, and now a lot of companies are looking at it even more. Foreign trade zones. A foreign trade zone is an area outside of the customs territory. So just think about the potential impact of Canada and Mexico and the goods that are moving across the border. Sometimes an auto part, for example, could cross a border multiple times,
sure.
Right? So if you have a foreign trade zone that's outside the territory, those goods can move clear and free across borders without any impact. Another area is valuation. The tariff is assessed against the value, and sometimes that value is just the price paid for the goods without a lot of thought of what's really in that value. And what makes it even more complicated, when you have a related party transaction, that value is set by a transfer pricing team. So we work really closely with our transfer pricing team to make sure we're not, don't have a value that's too high for our clients, and they meet both the tax and customs rules.
All right, Andrew, we got to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. Andrew Siciliano over at KPMG. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Maddie.
Appreciate it. We'll be right back.